Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Beilein to Victory podcast. This is episode 10, and it is a big day in Ann Arbor. Michigan takes on the number 5 team in the country. Their biggest test as of yet, Purdue. We'll go over game details real quick, and then I want to get into the offensive keys, defensive keys. I'm going to tell you who's going to win the game and why. So, tonight's game is at home for Michigan. That's an upside. I think they have a great chance to win. Now that the game is at home, if it was at Purdue, it'd feel a lot differently. It's a tough place to play. It's 10 at 9 on ESPN. I'm sure they'll have prime announcers on there. It's a big game in the Big Ten for a struggling conference. They do have 2 top 5 teams, despite what everybody says. Michigan State's number 4, Purdue is number 5. So I want to see what Purdue's made of. I really haven't trusted Purdue. I haven't trusted them in the past, and rightfully so. They've never done anything in the tournament. But we'll see what they're made of tonight, because this is their first real test, too. They have not played anybody. This is the best team they've played. In my mind, Michigan is a top 25 team. They're not ranked as it at it right now because of the schedule they've played. But we'll see. They do have at Michigan State on Saturday, and this is just a tough schedule this week. They, in my mind, have got to win either this game or that game to really prove themselves as a contender in the Big Ten. All right, we'll get right into the offensive keys. I think the biggest thing tonight is that the past few games, I think Duncan Robinson, I think he's one of the best shooters in the country, and he just really has not been shooting the ball. So I'd like to see him shoot the ball when he gets it tonight. He's a great shooter. If he's open, I want him throwing it up. If he's even remotely open, I want him throwing it up. Trust that. A huge problem all year, free throw percentage has been horrible this year. I think against a great team, he needed above 65, probably closer to 70 to win the game tonight. That is also very key. I think that and Duncan shooting the ball, very key. And then our bench. We have a pretty good bench. Poole has been playing pretty well. Livers has been playing really well. It depends on how he starts tonight. I don't know if he's going to start 2 bigs with Teskey, but he'll need to come up big tonight. And I don't know who he'd move to the bench, probably Duncan. See how he starts, but I think our bench, that's going to be a huge component in seeing who wins this game tonight, because it can't be all of our starters. It really can't, and especially if Teskey comes off the bench, with how big Purdue is, they're going to need him to step up. They really are, and it gets us to the defensive keys. These are much more important than the offensive keys, because this Purdue team scores inside, and they're big. They're huge. So my biggest one here, I put a couple general ones here, the first 2, but the third one, as you see, John Teskey. I don't know if he's going to start tonight. It wouldn't surprise me, because they got 2 pretty big guys who are pretty dominant down low. Haas, especially 7'3". I don't know if Wagner can hang with him. Be interesting to see if Teskey starts tonight, but he needs to box out and get rebounds. That's what he needs to do. I expect him to have 10-plus rebounds tonight. He's going to get a lot of minutes, especially when Purdue plays 2 bigs. I expect him to be subbing in and out along with those bigs. Him and Wagner will be in when both those bigs are in. It's going to be a big test for John Teskey to see his toughness tonight. See how good he is against the bigger guys. And it really showed John Beilein something if he goes out there and boxes out, does his job, and gets rebounds, runs the floor. A couple general ones here. Purdue is not exactly an electric offense, but they can score. And Michigan's defense is subpar. So if we hold them to 78-ish points or under, I'm thinking it's a win, because our offense is explosive. We're a fantastic 3-point shooting team, especially if we're on tonight. I think this has an opportunity to go either way. Purdue could blow us out very easily if we have a bad shooting night. But we could blow them out too if we have a fantastic shooting night. But I expect it to be a close game. I'm not expecting them to go out there and shoot 60% from three, but I'm not expecting them to shoot 10% from three. So I expect it to be a close game. And if we hold them to in the high 70s, I think I think we'll be able to win the game. Another big thing is they cannot beat us inside. It can't happen. Absolutely cannot happen. That is one thing in this game that if they allow them to do that all game, they're not going to win. If they force the ball, if they come down and double Haas and the other big guy who's just scored 21, had 21-10 against Nebraska, if they do that, they come down and double him and they force out the three-point shooters, Michigan's going to have a great night. But they cannot allow Purdue to beat them inside. It cannot happen. They have to get rebounds, and they absolutely have to double the post because they will beat them inside. Purdue is much bigger than Michigan is. They're stronger than Michigan is. We have to turn it into a three-point shooting game in order to win. And it starts at the post, and it starts on the defensive end. It really does. And usually I'm a proponent of momentum beginning by throwing in a few threes, but not tonight. Purdue, they're a tough, gritty team, and we need to punish them in the post. It has to happen. And I think it starts with John Teske and Mo Wagner holding their own tonight against the two big men down low. It absolutely has to happen. There's no way that they can go without that. All right. Who wins and why? I'm going with Michigan in this game. I don't see them losing both of these games this week. They might lose to Michigan State on Saturday. We'll talk about that on Friday, but I think they win 81-77. That's under 78 points for Purdue. Purdue's a pretty good defensive team, so I don't see them going in the 90s unless they have a fantastic shooting night. But I think they win this game. It's at the Chrysler Center. They've played so well at the Chrysler Center. I mean, I think they win. I really do. I think that Beilein will be very good at telling his players when to double the post, when to lay off, and let Teske and Wagner try and hold their own. And I think that's going to be the biggest key to winning this game. And I also think it's going to be a big key to see how he uses John Teske and really a 6 or 7 man rotation tonight. That's what I expect from John Beilein, for the most part, to go out and give his team the best chance to win this game. That's going to do it. I do want to make one comment, a quick comment on the championship game last night. Obviously, Alabama defeated Georgia. It was a great game until the end. Georgia sports, once again, fell short. Choked the lead away. I mean, they must feel bad for the fans down in Georgia. The backup quarterback there, Tagovailoa, is going to be a great college quarterback. Really impressed me. I was really surprised they pulled Jalen Hurts so early, but it ended up working out, and Saban just proved he's the greatest coach of all time. Well, that's going to do it. Hopefully the Wolverines can pull up the upset tonight, and we'll go over it on Friday and take a look at the Michigan State game, what we expect. Thanks for watching.